This one is incredible. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, exile it, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a spirit. So, I mean, Hofre Ghostforge is one of the best cards, period. It's a 4/5 for 5, which is amazing. Let's see what else is here. Divide by Zero is a solid learn card. I'm a little cooler on it. The problem is it's return spell or permanent with mana value 1 or greater. So this means you can't bounce fractals. We're definitely going to be picking this. Bury in Books is great. So it looks like we're passing some good blue to our left. We're also passing the Combat Professor, which is a total tragedy. It's just a total tragedy. This is absolutely acceptable to splash as well. It's kind of an easy splash, too, because it's just a 3 colorless red-white. I love this pack. This pack is great. We have a heated debate. We're just passing some incredible Prismari. We're not passing any black. Necrotic Fumes, A. Alright, well, I mean, I see the Spirit Summoning. What else do we have here? I mean, this is probably the one that I'm going to take. Multiple choices. Oh, this one is incredible. This is really good. For 5 mana, bounce creature, make a token, scry 1, draw 1. I mean, it's got to be this. The multiple choices, just stunning. I wonder what was taken from this pack. Other good cards. I'm going to mark this. Okay. I really hate it when that happens, but what can you do? Heated Debate is also good. The bug is when you left-click once, it's supposed to mark. There's also a Snow Day. Guiding Voice is all right. Needlethorn Drake is nice too. I'm passing another Spirit Summoning, which hurts me a bit. Hurts me a little bit. Passing a lot of great red. I really would prefer not to be the Prismari colors, but, you know, everything else kind of stinks. Whenever one or more cards, put into exile, put a plus encounter. This one is actually okay for some of this Lorehold stuff. But the fact of the matter is this is a better Lorehold card anyways, because it's just a 4 damage removal card, which is terrific. I don't see anything else that's better. Snow Day is actually pretty solid as well. Oh, Roasted Pheasant, whose thumbs are banned, is currently doing rotating camel case. I'd love to see that. There's a couple good ones. Combat Professor is a very good one. Lash of Malice is a very good one. Introduction to Prophecy is a very good one. I'm just going to keep taking Combat Professors here. I mean, there's an argument to be made for just going straight into black and abandoning all this, but I should have done that 2 packs ago if I wanted to do that. So, with my new sound setup, you can't hear any of the music that my neighbor's playing, which is terrific. But my neighbor, I don't know what the song is. What the heck am I drinking? I'm drinking Gatorade. It's been unbelievably dry, and I'm super dehydrated. And I don't know if Gatorade does anything except market garbage to get me to buy shit. But there's something in my brain that tells me that if I'm especially dehydrated, I'm gonna get Gatorade. Right? Am I someone who has succumbed to marketing? Is that what's happened? Our mousse is mostly just sugar. Love sugar. Roasted Pheasant, whose thumbs are banned, is currently typing in camel case, which I'm thrilled to see. This is a car. Oh my god, Umbral Juke is here. There's a lot of good black coming this way. There's a lot of good black and blue, huh? Eager First Year is a card that I was much cooler on initially, but I have grown to love. Grown to love. It's green Gatorade, it's blue Gatorade. Roasted Pheasant's typing in camel case. I love to see it. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick this. I mean, I've been sort of on the edge of picking this or picking that, picking this or picking that kind of things here, you know, like getting the Mentor's Guidance and the Lash of Malice, things like this. And I've edged towards the Lorehold picks, but I think we could have had a terrific black-blue deck. Black-blue is an amazing combo in Strixhaven. I really quite like it a lot. There's the Lorehold Pledge Mage. I'm going to pick this up because we have the Eager First Year, which also has a Magecraft keyword. I'm still looking for some good, aggressive, cheap creatures. I think Illustrious Historian is absolutely fine. Strict Proctor. Okay. I have been pretty cold on Lumimancer. Pretty darn cold on it. Oh, well, there's a learn card. I think I'm definitely going to get the study break. I've been pretty cool on this in draft. This has just owned me every single time. Yeah, I've not found this to be that great. I think maybe in an Orzhov aggro list. Seems fine. Illustrious Historian will probably get some of those, but I think the learn cards are very good. Goodness gracious, glorioski me oh my. Oh, there's a reduce to memory. Well, it looks like our Lorehold selection was not incorrect. I think I overvalued Tome Shredder initially, but I think it's probably fine. I like this. I like this. I think this or reduce to memory. I'll just keep doing this until something gets picked. There we go. Stonerise Spirit. Always happy to have this one. Love me some Stonerise Spirit. We could still be just Orzhov and splash red for this. I think maybe that's what I could have noted a little earlier. I mean, I still think these are pretty good cards for us anyways. I like this one. Necrotic Fumes wheeling is remarkable. I actually think that 2-drops are really, really good in this. We are probably not running multiple choice. I do think there was a good black-blue pivot that was there. Wow. Excellent news. Absolutely excellent news. I'm really happy I picked up this reduced to memory now. It's going to be Guiding Voice. I mean, we're exiling with this. From the graveyard, that is. Ooh, yeah. So I think that we are going to get the... Wow. We may very well be Orzhov. This being late is very shocking to me. You know, I might need this. Put this here. Like, every card in here is green. Green, 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 green. Technically green. I actually... I'm going to pick up Eager First Year. I think this is quite a good card, especially with Guiding Voice. And some of our other friends. Here's a Make Your Mark. There's an Elemental Summoning. I think I'm going to be picking the Elemental Summoning. I think this is a very correct pick for us. Even if we wind up switching off to Orzhov. Green for everyone. You know me, I like to Make Your Mark as well. But I think it's just very important to make sure that we have enough learn cards with double Guiding Voice and a study break. There's Divine Gambit. There's Inkling Summoning. We love to see this. This is an excellent pickup for us. So let's see here. I'm going to leave this here and take this. Man, I was pretty right. I think I'll just... I think I will run, like, every eager first year that we get. I think more steady breaks are probably okay. Yeah, all right. We're mono white aggro, huh? Pestilent Cauldron, I think, is only good in a slower deck, which we are decidedly not. First day of class is also okay. I'm just going to pick the Gambit. This is weird. I don't believe that we will be running the returned past caller, but I will probably take it. Maybe the Prismari campus. Some weird's happening here. I'm just going to take the return past caller. Like, I think that, like, I am having some... God, I can't believe this is here. Suppose the spirit is still okay, but this is... No, we have all the learns that we need. I don't want to take one of the campuses. No, this is like our only... I think I actually do want this Defiant Strike. I didn't see it at first, because for some reason my brain was like, we're not playing yellow! No, I'm not going to be running yellow in this draft. Oh, God. Alright, sure. Alright. I think we might be an incredibly... Ooh, yeah. We are a mostly white deck. Probably not this. Probably not this. Cool. Cool. Alright, well, I guess we're Lorehold. Yeah, this is hilarious. I'm taking this. Alright, let's get the elemental... Whoa! I hate when it does this. Okay, let's pull this here. Reduce to memory. Let's pull this here. Let's pull this here. We're pretty low to the ground. I mean, yeah. I really wish that there were more eager first years that wheeled. That's arguably an error in my drafting to think that they will wheel, given that 2 wheeled before. This gets very good with 2. This gets very good with x equals 2. There's a Rip Apart. There's a Combat Professor. There's a Spirit Summoning. Pilgrim of the Ages. There's a lot of good stuff here. I think I actually want the Combat Professor. I mean, I know Rip Apart is removal, and your pal Sean loves his removal stuff. There's like so many cards that are good here, but I just think that Combat Professor is excellent. Synergizes well with all of our stuff. This, I think, is also an acceptable one for us, but I think that the second Inkling Summoning is probably... Oh, shit, there's a heated debate right there. Yeah. I think it's really good, or excuse me, it's unbelievably important to have one Inkling Summoning. I think that the second Inkling Summoning is much weaker. But I'll happily take infinity heated debates. Oh, okay, that's back to garbage. I suppose we're going to take a Tome Shredder, which is, like, pretty mediocre, but that's fine. Okay. I'd love for this to wheel, but if it doesn't, that is okay. Let's reconstruct history. There's an Infuriate. There's a Mascot Interception. Probably not going to be running the Star Pupil, huh? I only have 12 creatures here, really? Probably going to need to peel some stuff out of here, huh? I have enough spells. I think I need to just get some creaturies. Okay. Things have gone okay for us. Okay, that's nice. I kind of think I might just peel some of this pricey crap. Just run a bunch of baby efficient things. Like, I'm actually not entirely sure. The bird is... Alright. What? What? The game is weird. It's another guiding voice? Do I not run the... I think I just cut the study breaks or some shit. I think I'm going to take the guiding voice. Yeah, I think that maybe we actually still had an okay opportunity to... Oh my god. Okay, I mean, maybe we just don't run the Divine Gambits, I guess? All right. 14 creatures. I actually have no idea how my deck works. I mean, like, I like all these cards. All of these cards I'm a fan of. So, I mean... So let's put in some of the... I can't tell if I'm fast or slow or what. I think we're probably, like... Probably don't need 3 of these. Yeah, I think that's accurate. I have 14 creatures. Yeah, like, what the hell do we do here? How on earth do we play this game out? How does this even work at all? Now we have 14 creatures. Maybe take out some of this combat trickery. Stonebound Mentors are pretty mediocre. Leave in all 4 learns, that way we can get more creatures from the side, something like this. Maybe this goes, and then... Here's the thing, I feel like running 17 lands is fine. Because I want this to get big. I mean, this can just deal 10 damage. If X equals 2, that's 7 total mana. That guy's not very good. 14 creatures? I guess 15. S equals 2 is 8 mana. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, yeah, of course. What the hell's wrong with me? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I want to go less than 17 land. I think that's correct, because we want to be able to cast Hofri consistently. So I think that 8/8 in the campus is good. And I want extra lands, like 17 instead of 16, because I want to be able to run both of these. Now, if I were to cut these 2, which seems insane to me, we could, like, go down to 15 land and just run all the ass-beating cards. I mean, that sounds dumb. I think a Shock, 2 Rip Aparts, and 2 Heated Debates is actually very, very nice. Because, like, you know, what's our game plan? We just, like, play creatures, and then we just shoot the door down. What's another one that I might want to run? I'm tempted to do this. Oops, not this. This. Is that dumb? It's plausibly quite stupid. I'm gonna try this. Like, here's my rationale. We have 2 Eager First Years and 2 Lorehold Pledge Mages. I want a 1-mana cycler thing. What does our lesson board look like? It's reasonable. Inkling and Elemental Summoning and a Reduced to Memory. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this, because, like, we have 13 creatures. I don't really want to go less than that. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this, and I'm going to pull this down one. And then let's just look at what happens when we start to add in some more small things. Not only this works because we don't quite have enough. Yeah, I think I'd rather run Hofri and Crackle. Okay, this is what I'm going to go with. This is what I'm going to go with. This is what I'm going to go with. This is what we're going to do. He's Grant gifting us 10 subs on our, according to this, 5-color deck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to start a prediction. How many wins will Day 9 get? Prediction is up. We're getting started. All right. Yeah, see, Tron Summons, I think Hofri isn't that good and Crackle's too expensive to be super reliable. I think your 15 land suggestion would be a better choice for 7. Yeah, see, here's the thing. I think that Crackle with power a lot of times is going to be 5 mana. 5 mana, deal 5, which I think is actually okay, so. I'm right on the edge with you. I'm right on the edge. It's the fact that we have 2 combat professors that I really want to cast is what's making me say, probably don't want to go to 15. If my high end was 3 cost, I might do 15 land. But I mean, I'm a land boy. It says 5 mana deal 5 isn't great, but the upside's too juicy. 5 mana deal 5 is, I will argue, is very great if you have the option to shoot it all to the face, which you do with Crackle with power. And for that reason, I'm in. Snowy Might haters us for 100,000 points. I love to see it. I love to see it. I love to hear it. Thing of beauty. All right. I mean, we are about to deal some damage. Ugh. Guy has first strike, going on in. Maddie's Fatty. Good to see you, Maddie's Fatty. How's it going? Says, wait, Villain is mainboarding pest summoning? It's true. Sometimes you just need a pair of bug babies. Roasted pheasant, day crablar. No problem typing that with no thumbs. Antehan says, I missed the actual draft, but got here in time to be a hater. Love to see it. All right. Wow, I'm not caring about that one at all. I see. Lifelink. Lifelink. A lot of damage. Now, I have 3 threats. One has first strike, one has flying, and one is most of the time just a 2-2. So I'm going to put the guiding voice on that one. That's a lot of damage. I liked that play. I like that play quite a lot. So here's where if I drew Crackle with power, I could just shoot it. Yeah, feels good. Master Symmetrist, huh? Oh, that's so sick. Oh, that feels so good. Do you trade or do you chump? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Crying in the clubs. If you had to pick a college from Strixhaven, which one would you be? I think Witherbloom. I think Witherbloom's awesome. All right. Feeling acceptable with my decisions. Yeah, I really like running 17 land. Remember Deathsy was joking about this on a stream where he's like, we're going to do boomer drafts and zoomer drafts. And the only difference was, like, it just ran, like, very few lands in the zoomer draft. The Blackness says, you're just saying Witherbloom because of game nights. Ah, yes, as a member of the entertainment community, I would never dream of developing any opinion that was outside of the canon I have established. It doesn't give me the most happiness to see. Okay. I'm immediately quite concerned and alarmed. The reason I'm quite concerned and alarmed is I think Archway Commons and black is an amazing way to do like multicolor random rad garbage. All right, so this is a Blood Researcher, so we are going to definitely do this in the following order. We're going to play the Lorehold Pledge Mage. Doink. We're going to shock. Doink. We're going to go in. Snoosoon says, what's your take on games like Genshin Impact, aka gacha games? My understanding of Genshin... Let me break that into two. What do you know? Crackle with power for 5 to zap. I'm going to do this and this first. I would rather let my opponent gain an extra life and then zap it and smash through for like 1 billion damage. I think I prefer that. Access tunnel? That's so funny. So, what do I think about Genshin Impact and what do I think about gacha games? I'll divide that into those two categories because I think that it is easy to look at a game like Genshin Impact. Excuse me. To look at a game as its monetization model first. Because, for instance, if you said, Sean, what do you think about subscription games? Such as Dota 2, which has Dota Plus. But then World of Warcraft is also a subscription game, yada, yada, yada. So first of all, let's define some terms, because Dem Mac Daddy 1976. It's totally fucking fine. Don't even care a little bit. So a gacha game is, oh. Yeah, no, of course. I'd be delighted if that was the outcome. We're getting close to x equals 10 here, so I'm just gonna... do what provides the most amount of damage. So, gacha, G-A-C-H-A, is different from the English word like, gotcha. A gacha game is one in which you, the basic of the idea of a gacha mechanic This is 3 damage target creature. This is 4 damage target creature. Planeswalker. I'm going to do this on this turn, because Snakeskin Veil could pop down before then. Yeah, so a gacha game is where you... The basic idea is you open a pack, and the pack contains a random output, sometimes a collection of things, sometimes one thing, and you can either... The thing that you get is usable, or you can disassemble it and turn it into... Kind of stinks a little bit. Trying to think of how I actually want to maximize this. Opponent's actually going to get quite a bit of help. I will do this. Get rid of this. Alright. Rip apart. Ooh, a second one. I think I actually do want that. This will chump this. Yeah, so the idea is that the thing you open in the gacha pack, you can use or you can disassemble it to feed to another one. So Puzzles and Dragons is one of the first, like, absolutely gigantic international gacha games where you pulled a little slot machine arm, the cat would vomit out a dragon, and that was either a rare dragon you wanted, or if it's a dragon that you already had, you could choose to feed it to your other dragons. Tenured Inkmaster. Terrific. Swing away, my friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, and my opponent will go... Yeah, so that seems okay. Ugh, fuck. Damn. I'm just gonna kill this thing. So if I were to go swing like this, this is acceptably safe. That actually concerns me a great deal. Couldn't see a way to just kill. Yeah, this. And if there's the fucking trample damage enthusiastic study one, I'll just say that my opponent's better than we are. What am I missing? nothing. I'm not missing anything at all. That's why we like that card. Okay, yeah, so a gacha game is basically about the thing that you receive for playing or that you can purchase. You pull the slot machine, out it pops either a usable item, or excuse me, it pops out an item that can either just be used directly, such as I have my new rare dragon, or fed to another dragon to improve the power of the other dragon. And I gotta be honest, my general opinion about essentially any mechanism for monetization in any game is I bet you there's a good way to do it. And there's a ton of companies that do it terribly. Because, for instance, if I say, hey, I get a random thing, and then I pull the slot machine, I get my random thing, I can either use it or I can help improve my other stuff. What does this allow for? This allows for lots of leveling up and improving and progressing of your tools. Have we seen games in which progression is fun? Path of Exile, yeah, right? Like any RPG demonstrates that progression is fun. So the idea of, is randomness fun? Yes, look at Path of Exile, look at Minecraft, randomly opening things is like really fun. The surprise, the planning around the elements that you didn't plan for, like that's really fun, that's really fun. And I think that there is certainly clashes in gacha games where I'm going to ignore what I'll call bad gacha games for a moment, which is a game that is not fun at all, but you can sure spend a lot of money on it. I think one of the downsides to some of these gacha games is that because the progression is a thing that you can purchase, and if you're just playing, you'll never get as good as those who purchase, that can sometimes feel a bit like it is taking away your fun. I think I must mulligan this. I don't think that this hand is particularly bad, but I think that this hand is slow. Like ghastly slow. I will hang on to this. Goodbye, Crackle. This is a relatively similar opening hand, but I don't want to go down to 6 off this. We can take some damage here. So, I mean, I think that if we're talking about a good gacha game, however we want to define that, one of the issues that you can encounter in a good gacha game is that it sure seems like I'm spoiling the progression fun if someone can just buy the stuff that makes their things better. I think that's a big downside to a lot of these games. Like, you know, I think there's a lot of gacha games that famously you can make essentially no progress at all unless you spend a boatload of money. And to me, this is where I think I start to feel some friction in gacha mechanics, broadly speaking. There is, okay, so there's a certain type of player that I don't think anyone here is, which is, I want the power trip, and I really do not care. And away we go. I want the power trip, and I do not really care much beyond that. I just, give me the power trip now. I'll do this, and then play this. Stop there. Like, imagine that you are a wealthy investment banker. You earn $400,000 a year for the low, low price of destroying the American financial system. What to do? What to do? Maybe just reduce to memory? I don't know, man. I think we're pretty dead. I'm gonna get reduced to memory. think I just do this. I think this turn sucks. I'm not blocking nothing, so I'm going in. Yeah, imagine you earn like $400,000 a year, and you're happy to spend like $1,000 a month to just shit on stuff. Like, I think that could be like really fun and satisfying for that kind of person. And I'm not interested in making those kinds of games, not interested in playing those kinds of games. There's a lot of games out there where the thing that you're paying money for is the ability to not play the game. Which sounds very paradoxical, but like... Happy to trade my bird. You're paying money to not play the game. Now, is that bad? Is that evil? Is that wicked? Well, no, some people just want to do that, right? Like, I pay $4 to watch Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the movie Skyscraper kick ass, and then I feel like I kicked ass. Hell yeah. There's people, you know, like me, who will just happily... Oh my god, are we stabilizing? Stabilization commencing. There are people like me that will happily pay money to get a little bit of a power trip from a certain kind of media. Now, can we think of other situations in which people pay money to get power trips of stuff? Yeah, you guys heard of bottle service? You guys know what bottle service is? What, y'all never heard of bottle service? Bottle service is where instead of paying $50 for a handle of vodka or something, you go to a club where you pay $3,000 for the same bottle, but you're in a roped-off area right next to a whole bunch of people that can't afford it. Now, will I make fun of that? Absolutely, it's far too easy not to. Are there people that, like, really their life meaningfully feels better and different when they do that? I think I would rather have this one back, right? Yeah. Oh, you gonna tap me, baby? Forgot about this. I deserve all the pain I get. Now I have to leave this one back. It's easy to make fun of, but, like, you know, it is literally so common that I have never heard of a club that doesn't offer it. All right, so there's people out there that are just like, dude, I literally have an extra $10,000 per month in disposable income, and I would be delighted to spend $2,000 of it for bottle service here. Something like this. Excellent. This. Dude, this is the game. If this is the way the game turns out, I actually feel quite good about our chances. Alright, I've learned my lesson. Tap me down. Tap me down. Take that, you frickin' clown. So what have we stated? We've stated that, dude, you know what? Like, I actually can completely wrap my head around the fact that there's people out there that are just completely and utterly happy. Sure. To spend money for a power trip, and I don't necessarily feel obligated to say, well, it's evil or wrong or bad that they want to have a power trip. How dare they? It doesn't actually feel like it's that bad to poop on someone for the power tripping. Now, so what have I done? All I've done with gacha mechanics is I've just talked about the idea of paying for power, paying for the power trip. I don't care about this, because I am interested in achieving it by doing what we're doing right now, which is being a better gamer. Am I exchanging my first year for a Stormkill Arcanist? I'd be happy to do it. First strike until end of turn. Okay, so it looks like we're dead if that's a removal card. Okay. Oh, this is it? Terrific. This is 1, 2, 4. Don't give a crap about this, Garbo. This has first strike. Dude, man, my brain. My freaking brain. This is just what happens if I try to talk and play at the same time. My brain just like, things just leak at an incredibly rapid clip. Sermon from Curve is bad for us. It's okay, just hit a crackle with power, and it's like not a deal. Alright, trying to deal a little pain. Now, in terms of the randomness and the gambliness that occurs with gacha games, I do take some issue with that. I do take some issue with that, because things that, like, randomness can lead to really fun things in games. It simply can. Oh, that's bad news for your pal Sean. I feel a life of getting tapped out coming up soon. I'm gonna go to 2, man. I'm not afraid. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, Tome shredding it, baby. Great deal of chumping in my future. We have examples of where randomness equals fun, says Aramus. Oh my god, it's all over games. Right now we're playing a card game where we don't know what's going to be on the top of the deck. If you are playing... No. If you're playing Minecraft, you have no idea what's going to be happening when you crack through that next layer of rock. If you are playing a game like StarCraft, you don't know what strategy your opponent's going to do. Randomness happens all over the place. Now, it might be in an explicit sense with an artifact of randomness, that is, a dice. Something that we all historically know as being a randomness mechanic. Or something like StarCraft, where technically we have full determinism on display. But I just am not really sure what my opponent's going to be doing on this turn. It's like really kind of an interesting, crazy question. I'm interested in debating, right? Both of them, the net output is that you have a random experience. Big surprise experience. And so, you know, just in terms of just sheer raw, is it fun? Will it blend? Oh yeah, stuff like this happens all the time. Ugh. Crackle with power is way down there, huh? Bill BT says, where's the line between randomness and probability? There is no line. It's the same thing. Yeah, that's just the exact same thing. And again, you know, let me actually go a little deeper, Devil BT, and say that we're speaking in just some general conceptual terms. I typically don't really care much to... Fuck. I don't care much to be like, here's the exact point where this starts and that ends and this begins, you know, like, ultra precision of this language is not actually necessary for us to move forward with it. Haters rejoice. I've lost a game. So randomness is fun, but the problem is that there's also lots of research that demonstrates that human brains get messed up with certain kinds of scarcity and randomness, aka the Skinner box, aka slot machines. I intuitively know that I am losing money. But I just want to keep pulling it and get the win. I just want to keep pulling it and get the win. Oh my god. Diagonal Monkey says, crap, my husband won, now I'll never hear the end of it. Wow, things are going worse for you than for me, Diagonal Monkey. This is a great hand. Yeah, and so I think that part of what I and again, you know what, I also don't have a functional problem with slot machines so long as there is an honesty about gambling issues and gambling problems, and it's important for people to seek help if they have a gambling issue. Just like I am not going to have a single drop of alcohol for the next week because I have a show on Sunday, and I want to make sure I'm just getting great sleep every single night, maximizing my chances of feeling great. And on Sunday night, when I am done, I am absolutely going to have beer. Absolutely, when I'm done with the PC Gaming Show, which I'm hosting, by the way, on Friday, I'm going to have a beer. I think it's great that I'm going to have a beer. I'm very excited for this beer. But alcoholism is a problem. Alcoholism is an issue, and it's very important that people are honest with themselves about their alcohol use and that sort of thing. Oh, that's right, I do have 2 of these puppies. So the long and short of it is, I do think that I have some issue with the gacha games that are slot machines, but they're trying to, like, wink, wink, nod, nod. But I'm not a slot machine, you know what I mean? I'm like, you are a slot machine. You know what I mean? I also take issue with the gaps between people that are just playing to enjoy the game, to experience the game, this sort of thing. All right. Combat Professor. Who wore it better? I will pump the first year, swing with the first year, and then turn the Tome Shredder sideways on the following. Suppose I could have made this Vigilance a swung and then also tapped. Pledge Mage is beaten for us. Yeah, so I mean, I do think that the thing that I personally take some issue with is when there is a gambling mechanic that is used in a way that, ooh, this could be good. So I pump this, so that way I can always block in the air like you just don't care. Pick off the combat prof. And keep growing the Tome Shreddy, pal. Sure. I think that was a good play. Do this exchange. I think it was. Because now, if this gets flying, you know, we can still block that. So I don't know. The long and short of it is, like, I think it would be cool if there were some... let's see here. So you pump, swing... Yeah, I don't know. It's and I think it does start to get tricky when you get to the, like, so here's one Devil BT where I would want to have, like, some good delineationing going on, which is like, okay, what is the difference between? Yep. Shit. That's pretty fucking good, huh? Nice. Very good. One thing where I think is important to note is, like, when you know, okay, like, what's the difference between, like, really just trying to milk someone for as much money as humanly possible because of a degenerate gambling issue that occurs in some people's psychology, versus creating some randomness and some intersection with, you know, monetization that in the end feels okay. And I almost want to just say, well, let's not ultra precisely define the line. Let's get a vague sense of it and back off a few steps. So this is all my, and again, my favorite example is, I don't know where the land ends and the ocean begins, because the tide is always coming back and going in waves, or always crashing up and down depending upon the wind and the weather. That can change as well. But I would be very happy to just say, let's build our house on the land, you know what I mean? We might not have the most excellently precise definition, but as long as we're, like, staying far enough away from the ocean, I think we're fine. I think there's other just generalized heuristics which are helpful. Things like, oh dude, Defiant Strike is going to be so tight. This is fine. Point I was making that I lost track of, but that's fine. Alright, so I guess we have an elemental summoning coming up soon. Something like this. 2 drops in this format. Feel good. So, but the thing is that, like, you know, this entire conversation got started because of Genshin Impact. Now, Genshin Impact as a game, oh yeah, oh, sip parfait. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which one do you block, huh? Debate is a very good one to get. Yeah, I think Genshin Impact, I think a lot of people, I think at the end of the day, let's ignore the gacha stuff, right? Because I said let's break this Genshin Impact discussion into the game and then to the gacha-ism. What do we think about the game? I actually think that, and my understanding of the game is that the game is great. Like, you pay $60, there happens to be gacha in it, but if you pay $60 and just play the game, then it's like a terrific game. Is my understanding, right? I mean, I actually think I have to study breakdowns. Great. I'm telling you, I think I severely undervalued Eager first year. Severely. H. says, the game is good for the first 15 hours or so. Yeah, that seems like a great... Seems like a really interesting, great, solid game. And here is my assertion, then. Still haven't answered the question, and I'm fully aware of that, but my assertion is this. The big problem with games right now is that people aren't making good ones often enough. I assert this is the #1 plague of video games right now. Is there anything wrong with, you know, I'll even use the controversial term with loot boxes. Is there something wrong with loot boxes or subscription models or games that are full priced and have DLC? Is there anything wrong with or problematic with any of these things? My God, what if there's things that are really bad about each of these fundamentally, inherently, and then I just go, no, it's just shitty games, right? That's the problem. Like, if there's a game that comes out that's like, you know, I don't know, a good game, fuck yeah, man, I want to play that shit. Dang. Skyrick says you don't actually have to buy Genshin Impact. It's a free-to-play game, which is pretty good for 15, 20 hours of fun. Yeah, I mean, I think this is like the essential points. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2. This is 4 and 4 and 8 is 3 is 11. So if I Study Break and Defiant Strike, we just win. Yeah, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with a lot of these mechanics. I think that they're all fine. I just think that there's a big dearth of games that don't suck a huge amount of ass. That is 12. Yeah, you know, like, I play Magic the Gathering, right? I love this game. I think this game rules. This game kicks ass. I spend $100 every time a set comes out. 100. Sometimes 200. Because I spend 100 because I want to be able to buy $200 worth of stuff, but I play so much that I earn that much in gems and gold and stuff. Looks good to me. I think I can just win with just the E or first year. So I don't know, like I spent a ton on Magic. It's a loot box game. I spend a bunch on what are games I've spent a ton on? Sure. I have a subscription in Dota where I spend $4 a month in Dota. I have like 12 subscriptions on Twitch where I pay $5 a month on these. What else is there? I bought Overwatch. I played not a lot of Overwatch, but a solid amount. Never spent once on the loot box stuff. It's totally fine. I think it's time to be tearing me apart, Lisa. Inkling summoning 100%. Inkling summoning is money well spent. I think there's an argument to be made that I should have rip-aparted it and then swung. So I think this is fine. I mean, we're going to be dealing, like, a ton of damage, so... Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm just comfortable with all these mechanics, by and large. By and large and in charge. I don't think there's any flash things, and if there are, thank God, because I need something to cast Heated Debate upon, you know what I'm saying? I do not mind that I'm not maximizing my damage here by Inkling summoning first. Totally fine. God, I love seeing this one. Sure. -1, 2. Find nothing but faith in nothing. Wanna put my tender heart in a blender. Remember this song? Remember this one? Is it a good song? It's like whatever. Alright. I'm learning. Yeah, I don't know. I just wish there was a little bit more plainness when discussing this stuff. Not honesty, but just like plainness. Environmental sciences. Alright, well, I'm going to put it on the Lorehold Pledge Mage. You can exchange, you can chump, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, I think that like I think one of the biggest problems of the modern day and age is that there is just so freaking much um ability to communicate with a huge range of different people who have different interests and different wishes and wants, and all of them are loud. Like, I think that if you made a game where you had gacha mechanics, mediocre gameplay, and tons of ways for me to spend my money and burn my cash, what I would do is I would not play it. I would look at it and go, oh, okay, I'm not going to do this at all. God, that's so close. I'm swinging with both, because if this gets eaten here, then I can just shock my opponent next turn. And my opponent would have to have some healing in these colors. And I don't think they will. Yeah, I would just not play it. And there's another contingent of people that are like me, who would not play the game, but then they also get mad and then they say stuff like, this game sucks and is stupid and is bad. Ugh. And you know what's kind of funny? Outside of the shock I'm about to perform on villain. You know what's quite funny? A lot of these mobile games that people say are terrible, bad, no good, very awful things. Haters and shambles. You know, a lot of these games people talk about complain being greedy and money grubbing. They actually lose a shitload of money. Like a metric fuckload. Because they have to spend a bunch of money to get people to download and install the game, and the game's not good enough, and then they just play to the point where they're bored, put it down, having spent not enough money. They've spent less than it costs to get that person to install the game. And the game shuts down in a short period of time, then there you go. It's actually kind of remarkable the number of mobile games that make $2 billion a year and spend $2 billion a year in user acquisition and marketing. Dawn Horse's new user acquisition, I think, is the dirty secret of most tech startups. What do you mean by dirty secret? Because, for instance, I don't think there's a single thing dirty or wrong or amoral or unethical about saying, I want to spend $1 million so people see my thing. I think that's completely fine. I think the dirty secret side that I see happen all the time, like just so much, is people go like, we made $2 billion in revenue last year. But we're not going to tell you how much we spent on user acquisition, okay? William Corgan says, have you ever played a really good mobile game? That's an interesting question. Flow free. The one where you connect the dots and the lines. I paid like $2 for that. Threes. I paid $2 for that. That game's great. Dumped a lot of hours into those two. Hearthstone? Hearthstone? Counts as mobile. I think that game's great. Frantic Mastro. Play Bloons on stream. How's that then? Bloons incredible. Bloons Tower Defense was incroyable. That was good. The Room, and the Room 2, and the Room 3, and the Room 4, and the Room 5. Staying alive. I guess I'll do this one. I'm gonna do Elemental Shamanic. Want to put my tender hard in the blender. Plans for Zombies is great. Distant Future 2000 says, I'm a parent and think targeting microtransactions at children is a bit problematic. Yeah, I would phrase that more strongly. I think that it's appalling and terrible garbage. Why can't I do everything that I want? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. It's very clear I have a combat trick. I'm going to play this. Yeah, I mean, like, there is... Yeah, no, it's like at the ends of the age spectrum where there's children and there's the elderly and there's a lot of abuse. A lot of financial exploitation that happens in that realm of things. Like, my grandparents used to have these... God, it was actually scary a few times. These guys that would come over and they would just start mowing the lawn. I'd be taking care of my grandparents and I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. They'd be like, no, your grandparents called us. And I'm like, no, they didn't. We don't have a phone in the house that doesn't run directly through my family. Well, they called us, and they're going to owe us, like, $350 to mow this lawn. I have to be like, dude, get the fuck out of here. No, like, but it was, like, really hard, because, like, you know, what do you do in this situation if you're us? Because, I mean, they would just be like, nope, it happened. This is exactly what's going on. They'd be like, all right, well, you know, fucking... I think this one's still fine to attack with. There's no good exchange other than double block here. Or just trade here, which I don't think Villain wants to do. Call the cops for trespassing? Well, yeah, no, I mean, they eventually just go away, but there's just, like... You know... There was just no easy solution, you know? So I think that sort of stuff's bad. But yeah, I think it's really tricky with kids especially, because, like, I mean, I love games. I think games are great. I love all different forms of media. I think media is great. This sort of stuff kicks ass, man. It's just really, really difficult that as things are becoming more stimulating, more pleasing, more happiness-inducing, for a kiddo that has not learned, you know, the ways to self-regulate. Put it on this one. Oh, I can't believe he's done this. Alright, well. Just bop these two, I guess. I don't really care that much. Do I want a heated debate on this? I feel like I want to save it a little bit. Yeah, I think that seems more desirable. I mean, we still have our 3-3 eager first year. mean, there's a great deal of chumping in Frantic Mastro's future. I'm telling you, I genuinely think that solid 2-drops are ultra value. Ultra value in this format. What's happening? I guess a conditional pal. I've been flanked. Oh, we're coming in to play tapped, baby. No, we're not. We're literally going to miss the trigger. Let me do it right now. I turned over and started reading more about last spell. Boy, it sure would have been great to have that mana open, you know what I mean? A lot of Fs in the future, huh? Bing bong. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bang. Alright. So far, so good. So far, so good. Yeah, maybe the last spell is something we should play here soon, huh? Alright, so how do we wish to do this? I'm gonna do this. Bang. I'm gonna get Crackle with power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not quite. Okie-dokie. Love to hear your opinion on last spell. Only heard of it about an hour ago. Is that the in-game cat, or is that my cat? Let's see, 5, 6, 7. If this gets removed, I'll be devastated. Okay. I mean, it's a threat. How many more cards do I have in here? 22? I think I'll bottom it. Let's see what we get. Hopefully it's an Inkling summoning. Another one. Introduction to Annihilation. So I do want to scry here, now that I have enough 3 and 2 mana things. I can cast my Heated Debate. Give me that Crackle with power, baby. Boom, Stonerise Spirit. Bam, here he comes. Bop. How's your kid had the sneezing issues, lasted 4 days, and then was gone. Gonny like a Shawnee. Boom. Blam. Do like our little deck? I like our little deck quite a bit. Get in there. I can't wait till our opponent just tilts the scales. Just tilts the scales. And then we just get a crackle with power right off the tippy, tippy, toppy, boppy. I am going to keep doing this at the start of turn. Still have more than enough to cast pretty much all the things that we could ever want. Nope. Nothing to tap. I said nothing to tap. So I think that if I get any more land, I'm just going to keep them in the hand. It doesn't really do anything. I bet my opponent has maybe Belladros, Witherbloom. I don't know why else you'd be running this Snarl. I twitch. Here we go. Crackle with power one time. Ooh, yeah. Bang. Oh, yeah. Oh, perfect. C'est parfait. Bang. So there is no ability to cast this at all, right? Hell yeah. We're doing it. 7 wins draft. Pause a turn start. I don't want it anymore. Alright, great. Woo-wee! Oh, the Defiant Strike. Yes. Oh, yeah. Woo! Oh, yeah. That feels good. That feels really good. Claim that prize. Ooh, we get to draft again.